But just no more favors live from Brick House. We here with Stella, one of the behind the scene people that you never see. When a person is multi talented, multifaceted, I don't like to try to run down the accolades because then you miss something, and I don't like to do that. I like to give people their credit. So we're gonna let Stella introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Stellar. I'm the founder of Stellar Connect. I'm a publicist, PR specialist. I do a lot of different things, event curating. For the come up shows, I am the PR specialist for it. I'm coordinating a lot of the behind the scenes, working with the media team. So, a lot of different things.
Okay, and if somebody wanted to pick your brain and find out some information and how they can go to the next level, how can they contact you?
So, Instagram is cool, but I always miss DMs on Instagram, and I always feel bad for people because I don't purposely ignore people on Instagram, but the best way would be my email. So it's stellarconnect222@gmail.com. Email is the best way. Either I'll get back to you or my assistant will get back to you. But that's the best and quickest way to get in contact with me.
Okay, and let's see. I'm trying to think of a good question. I don't want to waste your. I don't want to waste your talent. So as far as all right. So you gave everybody your information. So tell me a little more about. Well, tell me and everybody else a little more about what you do. A little more in depth. So, because some people is they get things so quick,
Yeah.
simple minded. So you know,
Okay. Well, do you know what like public relations is and
I
like
do, but
publicist? Okay, yeah. So for certain artists, I'm a publicist, so I focus a lot on their image, their branding. We work a lot with their press materials, a lot of coordinating with media, making sure that artists aren't just doing music videos and photo shoots where they're just standing in place or like hanging out with their friends. Like, you have so much talent, you have so much more to offer. So I work very closely with artists and being in the studio with them through that whole creative process, which you don't usually see a lot of PR or publicists be active like that. But I feel like artists have a lot of creativity to offer, and sometimes they don't know how to articulate that or communicate that business side of it to get what they want, or they're maybe aren't best at building relationships because they're always outside, they're having fun, they're being an artist. So I like to kind of come in and work with my team to make sure that they're really being able to take their artistry to the next level and really focus on that business side of it.
okay. So how would you deal with? Well, how would you have dealt with an artist like me that was an introvert? But I love doing music, but I didn't like being in front of the camera. So how would you have took on an artist like me?
So you don't have to be in front of the camera all the time to be an artist. There's artists all around the world that make money off of sync licensing, ghostwriting. Some artists just really like being in the studio. They don't want fame with that. They just want to share their talent with the world. And I think there's so many people out there. You don't have to just be on Instagram and just post music videos. You can connect with people, you can go to panels, you can network. Like, there's just such a bigger world out there outside of just showcases for artists. Like, you as an introvert, like, you could start a brand. There's 1,000 introverts in the world that want to relate with you, want someone to be their voice. So as an artist, when I'm working with them, I try to really figure out what they want, what their goal is, and then from there we kind of work backwards. Like, I always ask people, what's the craziest and biggest thing you can do if you had no limitations? Like, do you really see yourself there? Because a lot of times everyone says they want to be famous, they want to be rich, but do you really want, like, do you want that? Because if you wanted it, you know exactly what to do. Everything's in front of you, everything's online, you can Google it and figure out how to do it. So why aren't you doing it? So I like to work with people to do it. You know, we got to get things done.
And do you find that artists give you pushback, or do they find you laid back enough that they just kind of just roll with the flow?
I don't get a lot of push. I've worked a lot with drill artists in the past. I'm now transitioning into doing a little bit more R&B and pop, but it's never really been pushback. I think it's more just everyone wants creative control. Everyone wants to be able to be themselves 100%. And sometimes when you mix the business world and the music world, there's a lot of truths that people don't want to really digest and accept. So I think you just have to work with them and really be a support, because artists just want support. You don't need someone telling you what to do 24/7. You need someone guiding you as to why you're doing what you're doing.
I'm glad you said that, because this question. So if you have an artist and they bring you 3 songs, for example, and two of the three is trash, but they want to go with one of the two that you like. Nah, that's not gonna work. But they just stirred on that they want to work on these two records. What advice would you give them without killing in confidence?
I think you have to be transparent with people. Like, this is a rough industry. Like, anyone's going to be, a lot of people are lying to people. They're telling them what they want to hear, stroking egos, and that's great because, like, everyone needs their ego stroked every so often. But the people who really care about you, the people who want to see you succeed, they're going to tell you the truth. And it's up to you as an artist to actually do something with that. I can bring you to the water, but I can't force you to drink it. Like, that's not my job. That's not what I'm here for. There's 1,000 other artists, 1,000 other businesses that want to work with people. I'm not here to force you to do anything. This is your career. So it's really just, we're here, this is what we're doing, and if it's not what you want to do, there's someone else who can probably help you, and we can keep being friends and supporting and growing. But money and time is not worth being wasted, you know?
Right.
It's not my job to convince you.
So in most cases, have they took your advice? Or
Yeah, I've never really had a lot of like pushback. I don't just work with artists. I work with restaurants. I work with production companies, influencers, a couple different people. So like, it's just a group effort, and I think people don't really give pushback because they're outsourcing the service.
Okay. So one last time before we go, just in case anybody missed it at the beginning, give them your information one more time.
Yeah, so you can follow me at zeroofficially_stellar and at _stellar connect, and then email stellarconnect@gmail.com. No, stellarconnect222, because we have to have angel numbers at gmail.com.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thanks for coming.